Shawn Porter's daddy said I was going to stop the fight before the fight. Didn't he say that? So what does that mean?
I think
No. What that meant was he was showing Shawn he's still the boss. There was a power struggle going on in the ring. And what did Shawn do when his dad did stop the fight? What did he do? He retired and didn't tell him. Asked him when the last time he talked to his dad. The night they was in the corner. He had not spoke to him anymore. So
those are the words of Derek James as he proclaims that Kenny Porter deliberately stopped the fight of his son fighting Terence Crawford. As you heard, Derek James claim that Kenny Porter was going to stop the fight before the fight happened. He said it's a power struggle. That's why he stopped it. Basically, he's saying the fight was fixed. Listen. First of all, let me start off with how big of an idiot Derek James is. I mean, he's a fucking idiot. And that's no disrespect to Errol Spence. But that's his trainer. And if you hang around someone that dumb, you're going to be dumb just like him. You're going to start thinking dumb ideas. He's going to be sharing these ideas. You think he ain't shared that with Errol Spence? You know, like, he is an idiot. I mean, a retard. Okay? And first of all, I, as you guys know, did an exclusive interview with Kenny Porter. Kenny Porter told me that day, that next morning, we were eating breakfast. So if he was talking to him about eating breakfast, they got a house right next door to each other, across the street from each other, right? How in the fuck did he not talking about his son or not talking to his son because it's supposed to have been the power struggle and they supposed to have been in cahoots with each other, and therefore he stopped the fight to let him know that he's boss and he hasn't talked to him since? How the fuck can you sit there and lie like that? And understand, Kenny Porter and Derek James don't get along. So yes, it's vested interest for this idiot to lie on Kenny Porter and the Porters. Do you know why he's doing that? Because he doesn't want his fighter to look like an average fighter or a fighter just good enough to beat certain other good fighters. That's why. And in that fight with Shawn Porter went balls to the wall for 12 fucking rounds with Errol Spence. Errol Spence got a flash knockdown of all that fucking back and forth. He did that defining moment that won him the fight. But it wasn't a fucking unanimous. It wasn't a stoppage. It wasn't anything of the sort. It was another close fight fought by Shawn Porter versus someone else that was a little better, i.e. Terence Crawford, i.e. Kell Brook. Now it's Errol Spence. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But for people that listen to this type shit and they take it for truth are fucking idiots because they don't know better. Some of them know. Some people don't want to know. They want to believe because they're such fanboys. They want to believe that Errol Spence legitimately beat up Shawn Porter. Okay? To the point that Shawn Porter was no better or wasn't any good by the time he fought Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford had put this guy down twice in the 10th round. And he did that knowing that he was down on rounds. So it was a moment of time and it was a decision that he made to up the ante. To switch gears into a higher gear. To do what? To get him out of there. And that's exactly what he did. He would have done that eventually. It would have been probably a massive knockout. And it would have looked bad or worse for Shawn. Shawn would have took more punishment, maybe unnecessary, maybe. But like his father, which is Kenny Porter, told me personally, like you guys heard that seen it, the interview. I stopped the fight because I did not see what I saw, because what I saw I never saw before in my son. It didn't have anything to do with I'm going to stop the fight. This is a power struggle. I was going to stop it before that. The fight was fixed. It had nothing to do with it. You could not fake the punch that he took. Okay? When Terence Crawford hits you especially from mid-range to outer mid-range. And I got another video coming about that. Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV, right? He's going to take you out, and that's his most powerful angle. All right? So for this guy, this fucking idiot, Derek James, oh, well, he just said he was going to stop the fight for that fight. Do you remember that? He said that it was a power struggle between him. He won't show him both. Oh, it had nothing to do with the 2 fucking knockdowns in round 10, genius? It had nothing to do with that? That his son never went down the way he went down, genius? You know, these people are incredible. I just had to counterpunch it. Shout out to Bruce fucking Vane. Because this is, you know, I heard this looking at his video, so check it out. I'll leave it below in the description. But it just shows, you know, the ignorance. The stupidity, rather. Not ignorance. Ignorance is a little better. This is stupidity, because this is something you know and you choose to know, or you, despite what you know, you choose to do stupid things. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think for Derek James claiming that the Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter fight was fixed. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.